Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Living Traditions Homestead. Well, we made a big mistake. This is the first time, honestly, since we've lived in Missouri, which is almost 8 years now, that we've made this mistake, and that is that we forgot to check the heat lamp inside of our well house, and now our pipes are frozen.
Which is a real problem since we not only need water for us, but we need water for our animals to drink. And we also need to milk our cow Babe. So we need water for washing her. We need water for washing out the milking machine and then, all the milking dishes and stuff like that. So this is really not a good situation for us this morning.
Yeah, we have had now, this is the third day where we've had negative, like below zero temperatures overnight. The last couple days, and I think today even, our highs are maybe about 10 degrees, just maybe a little more, but not much. And so you guys, it's really taking its toll. We normally don't get stretches of weather where it's quite this cold. We're normally prepared. We know they're coming and we take precautions. And in fact, so this is our well house behind us. Now, not all parts of the country have well houses like this. In some places, like where I grew up in Wisconsin, you'll have your well, the well itself outside, but your pressure tank and everything down in your basement. Well, basements aren't real common here. So we have what's called a well house. It's like an insulated little building, and this is where the wellhead and the pressure tank and everything is inside of here. And then there's also some pipes above ground inside of there before they go down and lead to the house. Now the pipes underground and leading to the house, that's all below the frost line, so I'm not too worried about that. It's the pipes inside of the well house itself that are above ground that appear to be frozen. Normally, we have a heat lamp in here, and it's on a little thermostat, so when it drops below freezing, the heat lamp comes on and it keeps everything nice and warm inside of here. This entire little shelter is insulated, so it really holds the heat in well. Well, last night when we came out to do chores, and I'm taking full responsibility for this, I said to Sarah, I said, on our way in tonight, I need to stop at the well house and just make sure that the heat lamp is working okay. And what you know, we got busy, I totally forgot to do it, and this morning when we woke up, our pipes are frozen. I came out here, I checked, and what you know, the heat lamp had blown out at some point, probably yesterday.
Now we've determined that the freeze is not in the house. In fact, this morning I was able to wash my face, brush my teeth, that kind of thing. But after that, like the water just stopped. So we've traced the water, the freezing back to the well house. Underneath our house, it is actually well insulated, like underneath the floor, and that's where all of the pipes for the house go through.
Right.
So we know that the freeze is not in the house, it is in the well house area.
Right. We did turn our water heater off, so I mean everything should be just fine. My only concern, and I'm not going to take you guys in here right now because I put 2 heat lamps in there right now trying to warm it back up quickly or semi-quickly so that those pipes will thaw out. My only concern is that the pipes that are in there that are above ground are PVC pipe, not PEX pipe. Like in the house we have PEX pipe, and if PEX pipe freezes, it won't burst. But PVC pipe can burst if it freezes. I didn't see any cracks when I was in there, so I'm hoping that it didn't, but we won't really know that until it thaws back out and we have liquid water to see if there's a drip anywhere or any leaks anywhere. So I put 2 250 watt, the red heat lamps like we use for chicks and stuff. I put 2 of those in there. I also put a thermometer in there so we can be watching the temperature in there to see remotely kind of what the temperature is, and hopefully within the next few hours that will all thaw out. But that leads us to our problem for this morning. We haven't done chores yet. We've been dealing with this, and you guys, it's right now I think it's 5 degrees out. When we got up this morning it was actually -2. I think it's about 5 degrees right now, and all of our animals need water. Luckily, sometimes the Lord has a plan, and he may give us a little bit of wisdom yesterday. Let's walk over to our barn lot where we keep our dairy cow. I'm going to show you what we did yesterday. So we're over in the barn lot. This is again where we keep our dairy cow. This is over right here where we bring her into milk and everything. And just yesterday when I was in town, I said to Sarah, you know what, I'm going to stop at the feed store and I'm going to get a tank de-icer. Now, a tank de-icer is something that you plug in, you drop it inside of your stock tanks, and it keeps your water from freezing. It doesn't like heat it up, but it keeps it warm enough so it doesn't freeze. We've never used these in the past. We've always just broken ice. And for some reason yesterday, I was like, you know what? I'm sick of breaking ice. Let's just buy one of these. So we set up this stock tank last night, really for our dairy cow. Filled it up. It's got about 100 gallons of water with the tank de-icer in it. And look at that, you guys. This is not frozen one bit. This is going to end up being a huge blessing this morning because now we have water we can at least dip some out to go give to the other animals. It's going to be a little inconvenient because now we need to carry buckets of water from here all the way over to Wattlesville, but at least we have open water that we can take to them, and they're not going to be without water until our pipes unfreeze. So that, you guys, I think the Lord knew that we were going to have this problem today, and He gave us the solution. So that's good. So we're going to dip some water out of here. Then we need to head out to Wattlesville because, like I said, we haven't done any of the chores yet. So I'm going to round up some buckets that don't have holes in them, which is hard to find around here. And then we're going to carry some water out there, and we're going to give everybody at least enough water so that they can get a good drink this morning. All right, well, I found 2 buckets and 2 covers, 2 lids. So we're gonna fill these up, and then I got the UTV started, so that's good. Yesterday my tractor wouldn't start. Of course, being a diesel, it has a harder time in this weather. The cows need hay today, so I'm hoping I can get it started today. I put the battery charger on it yesterday, so hopefully by today it's charged and it'll start. So I don't want to dip too much out of here because this is all the cows have for now too, and until we can refill it, that's all they get. Well, that bucket broke a little bit. Oh well. As long as we get over to Wattlesville with some water, 10 gallons should be enough. Again, the goal right now is just to give everybody enough that they can have a good drink this morning. All right, let's hop in the UTV and head over to Wattlesville. All right, well, now yesterday, none of the animals even wanted to come out. It was the craziest thing, and the first time it's ever happened is that I came out here. You guys have seen the ducks. When I open that door in the morning, everybody comes running out. Yesterday, nobody wanted to come out, so I ended up just giving them food and water in their hoop coop yesterday. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen today. If they want to come out, I'll let them out, but if they don't, I'll just give them food and water inside again. It is cold, you guys. Even though the sun is shining, it's deceiving. We are under a wind chill advisory. The wind chill is supposed to be about 20 below even throughout the day today. So we can't be out here too long. It hurts your skin to be out here for too long. Good morning, ducks. See, I don't think they want to come out again today. So we're just going to fill up their food and water in here. Look at that, this lid. Wow, that lid was already frozen on this bucket just from that little bit of time. Don't stand in the water. Ah, ducks, I tell you. All right, so I'm just gonna give them some food in here. Now you guys share. Be nice to each other, okay? Let's see. We need some for the silkies. We need some for the breast chickens. I think the quail have enough, but we'll check. All right. I'll see you guys this afternoon. I'll bring you more water. All right. So, one down. Let's go give some food and water to the silkies. My guess is they're not going to want to come out either. Good morning, silkies. Oh, you guys still have a little food from yesterday. But you definitely need water. I didn't have a little rubber bowl for them. I had a metal one though, and it actually does a pretty good job. In this weather, water is freezing in about an hour. So I just want to make sure everybody gets a good drink this morning. And then I'll come out probably mid-afternoon, give them some more, and then one more time just before bedtime. Just to make sure everybody's staying hydrated. One thing people forget about with people and with animals is that in this cold weather, you can get dehydrated just as quickly as you can in the hot summer weather. So you really need to make sure everybody's staying hydrated. Well, there's 2 silky eggs this morning, but they are frozen and cracked solid. So I'm just going to toss those out. All right, silkies, we'll see you this afternoon. I don't think the actual temperature affects them too much. It's walking on this really cold snow that affects their feet, and that's why they don't want to come out. They're plenty active inside of their coops, and it's really not any warmer in their coops than it is outside, but I think walking on the snow is what they don't like, so that's why they want to stay in. All right, the last thing we need to do here in Wattlesville is check on the quail. Let's see how they're doing. I think they're fine. They have that clear tarp, and their coop actually warms up a little bit. And since I put those extra trees in there about a week ago, they've been loving it, you guys. They're so calm when I go in there now. They hide in the trees, and they don't even come out to fly around or anything. So let's go see how they're doing this morning, though. Now the quail drink out of these waterers, and so in this weather, what I do is I only fill it about a quarter, maybe not even halfway. We'll give them whatever's left in here, because I know within a matter of a couple hours it's going to be frozen. So what I'll do is I'll take this one in, I'll grab the one that's in there now, we'll take that one in the house to thaw out, and then we just keep rotating them. Let's go see how everyone's doing inside. Good morning, quail. You can see how much calmer they are when we come in here, now that they have the trees to hide in. I brought you guys some more water. Let's check your food while I'm in here. Have you been hungry? Oh, you have been hungry. All right, I'll go get you some food. All right, 1 scoop of food should be enough for them for today. There you go. Yeah, they're so much happier with these trees in here. but nobody's laying eggs this time of year, but at least they've got a good environment to be in. You guys, it is considerably warmer in here than it is outside, which is really nice. Plus, you know, obviously there's no wind in here. So they're living a pretty good life in here. All right, let's head over and do the breast chickens, and then we're done with chores, and we can go in and see if the water's working yet. But we do have other things to do yet today. The cows need a bale of hay. I think I already mentioned that my tractor wouldn't start yesterday. So after we warm up, we'll have to go see if we can get the tractor started. And as soon as the water comes back on, we need to milk. So I think the plan is going to be that if the water doesn't come back on within about an hour or so, we're going to call our neighbor and see if we can take buckets up to the neighbor's house, get 2 buckets of hot water and 2 buckets of cold water, so after we milk, we can clean the milking machine like we need to do. But we'll give it just a little bit of time. Milking is pretty time sensitive. You don't want to, you know, wait too much. You want to go every 12 hours. And so we should have milked about an hour ago. I don't want to wait more than another hour, because then we'd be at like 14, you know, more than 14 hours, and that's not really good. All right, breasts, you get to stay in today too. There's some food. Now we can give them more water. They don't need a whole lot, because to be real honest, they don't drink a whole lot. I'll give them a half a bucket. And all right, you guys, I hope you stay warm in there. I'll come back out this afternoon and give you more water. Here in Missouri, it's rare for our birds and stuff not to want to come out. I know in some parts of the country where it's cold like this all the time, you guys keep your birds in most of the winter. But here, our birds free range year round, so this is very strange for them to choose to stay in. But they know what's best for them, so we'll just help them along. All right, we're gonna go in, we're gonna check on the water, see if it's working yet, and we'll make our daily plan from there. This is homestead life. You don't always choose how the day is gonna go.
Well, it's 42 degrees inside the well house now, but we need to see if the water is coming on yet, which will determine whether or not we are going to be able to milk right away or if we need to wait another hour. Well, it's not working yet. I'm a little worried about our cows, but we're gonna go quick feed the other cows, come back, see if it's working again. If it's not working, we're gonna have to go to a neighbor and get some water. I don't like waiting this long, but there's really not much we can do at the moment. So let's go feed the cows some hay and come back in and try again.
All right. Let's see if the tractor will start. You have to excuse my dirty workshop. I'm glad to come out and see that my battery charger says the battery is completely full, so that's good. That gives me a little better hope. I do always make sure that I have the anti-gel, stuff in my diesel fuel, and I try to keep the tank fairly full in this really cold weather, so all of that should help. But these diesel engines, at least this one, still struggles in this cold weather.
Gotta talk to it.
All right, try one more time. Definitely helps having a full battery. Come on. Hey! All right, that's exciting. We'll let it run for a good 5 or 10 minutes, let it warm up good, then we'll be able to go give the cows a new bale of hay. All right, well, we're back in from giving the cows their hay. We're going to test out the water one more time. It's been about 3 hours now from the time that we first realized that the water was frozen, and I put in both of those heat lamps, maybe a little over 3 hours, honestly. So the well house is up to about 45 degrees. I'm hoping that because I have those heat lamps pointed right at the pipes in the well house, maybe those pipes are even a little warmer than that. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Hey! Wow, I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. Alright. We are back in business, I guess. That is a mistake I won't make again as far as having that heat lamp burn out. On these really cold days, I'm going to be out there every day checking it. I know that for sure now. So, alright, you guys, this is exciting because that means we can start to get all of our stuff ready to go out and milk. We need to get some buckets of water, you know, all the normal stuff we take out with us. So we're going to do that. We're going to be in kind of a hurry. I will try to get some footage of us actually milking, but we need to get out there and actually get this done before our cow's health is in jeopardy.
Come on, babe. Come on. Good girl. What a good girl. What a good girl. Good girl. Good girl. careful. Good girl. Good girl. So Babe has been milked, and this is normally the time where I come out and I open this gate and reunite Ralphie with his mother so that he can have breakfast. But there's something different in this scene right now. Ralphie's in there, but our steer Cletus is also in there. What I discovered, I think 2 days ago, is that Cletus learned that he can nurse off of Babe. So he has been stealing some of the milk, not only from us, but also from Ralphie. So until we could separate him back with the other beef herd at night, we have been locking him up so that we get all the milk in the morning, and then Ralphie still gets all of his milk in the morning for his breakfast, and then throughout the day, you know, I guess if Cletus gets a little bit of it, Ralphie still gets his fair share too. But I also really feel like that whole situation is starting to stress Babe out a little bit. So part of our plan for today is going to be to separate Cletus back out of here and return him back to the beef herd. The reason that we moved Cletus in here, or to have a steer in here with Babe, is so that he can tell us when she comes back into heat. When Babe would come into heat, if you have a steer in here or another older cow with her, he will try to mount her. So the hope was that when she came into heat, he would notice that and then he would try to mount her. And that way we would know that she was in heat and we could call out our artificial insemination guy who could hopefully get her bred again. We think we're going to just move in an older heifer or something to live with her, one that has been weaned for far longer than Cletus. Cletus has been weaned for about a month. So I think it was just too soon after he was weaned and he figured out he could nurse from her. So with all of that said, we are going to let these guys out, and so Ralphie can have his breakfast. Okay, we got done with milking, we've cleaned up all of the milking dishes, and now it is on to the last thing that we need to accomplish today, which is to get Cletus out of here. We let Babe and Ralphie out into the milking pasture, separated out Cletus so that we can get him through our alley system and back out with the beef herd. He actually really wants to be back with the beef herd, so I'm not too sad about that, but look at poor Ralphie. Ralphie's had a friend in Cletus, but now Cletus needs to go. So we are going to just run him through, like I said, our alley system and back out with the beef herd. We may think about introducing another, like a heifer or something in here to tell us when Babe is in heat. But right now, we just need to get Cletus out of here so he stops drinking our milk and Ralphie's milk.
Yeah.
You're gonna go back with them. Go on, buddy. Keep on walking. Nope, go on. Keep going. There you go. Go find your people. Well, that went really well, and he seems very happy to rejoin that herd. And now Ralphie can get all the milk that he's entitled to, and we can get all the milk that we're entitled to, and everything is just going to be good.
Well, let's end this video right where we started, back in front of the well house. It's been now probably 5 or 6 hours since all of that with the freezing pipes and everything. The 2 heat lamps have been running inside of there, and according to the thermometer that I have in there, it's almost 50 degrees in there. So we don't need 2 heat lamps running anymore. I'm going to show you guys inside so you can kind of see what's going on. See, this is what I'm talking about. This has foam insulation all the way around this thing. It's good and insulated inside if you have a heat lamp in there running. So you can see I have 2 of these 250 watt lights in there. I'm going to go ahead and unplug one of them. I'm going to leave it in here, but we really only need one running. And then this is the little device that we normally have the heat lamp plugged into. I didn't have it plugged in right now because I wanted it to stay on. But this is a little, it's called a thermocube. This is something you pick up on Amazon. But it's got a thermostat inside, and you plug your heat lamp into here, and then if the temperature drops, I think it's below 34 degrees inside of the well house, it'll make the heat lamp come on. Otherwise, it stays off. That way you save some money. So we're going to go ahead and plug this back in. So that way, going forward, our heat lamp will only come on when it gets cold enough out, which apparently it thinks it is right now, probably because I have the door open. So we're going to go ahead and leave one heat lamp on and shut this back up, and you can be sure that I'll be out here every day to check on it and make sure everything's going smoothly. You guys, well, this wasn't exactly the video we had planned for you today when we woke up this morning, because we certainly weren't planning on those pipes being frozen, and it has really put kind of a damper on the day as far as making our chores a little bit harder. And now it's afternoon and we're just kind of finishing everything up, but that's okay. Life is good. We know that this weather won't last forever, and hopefully before too long we'll be complaining about the heat. You guys, I hope you enjoyed videos like this. I hope that you enjoy seeing just a little bit different way of living out here in the country. And if you are enjoying our videos, I hope you'll hit that subscribe button before you leave. Don't forget also that the absolute best way you can help us is just to share our videos so that other people might enjoy them as well. Until next time, thank you so much for stopping by the homestead. Take care, and God bless.